2, 1.
Yo, 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 what up, man? Welcome to Mezzo Forte Sportz. That's right, Bar Talk with the super fans. We're chilling out with the crew. What do we got today's edition? We got our faithful producer, Crack AV, fearless host, Danny BMD, and me, of course, your amateur hype man, super fan art. We're talking sports, South Texas style. Go ahead and take it away, Dan.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to Mezzo Forte Sportz. Bar Talk for super fans. Coming to you live from San Antonio, Texas to your ears. Providing some sports time for your free time. What up, this your host, Danny BMD. How's everyone doing and how did your team do this week? Alright guys, so we have a special edition today of Mezzo Forte Sportz on Thursday. It's a little bit late night. I do apologize. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we got it up and going. We're gonna start upping our game and putting a couple more stuff into our podcast. We actually are gonna make it into a podcast, and we'll put it on Apple and all that good stuff. We'll talk to you guys a little bit more about that later on. But tonight we are gonna talk some NBA. Mostly NBA playoffs so far. A little bit of baseball, and obviously let's just have a little conversation about the passing of the torch. You know, who actually just kind of based right now what's going on. You know, Father Time is tapping on the shoulder of LeBron James. So obviously, we're always kind of looking into the future, into the next big thing, so on and so forth. So first of all, we'll do a little round table. Before we start, I just want to say it's been a crazy year for sports. It's been a crazy year for us. I feel like the NBA playoffs this year are like kind of like finally bring a little bit of sense of normalcy. I don't know if that makes any sense, right? To sports, right? Because they're the sort ones that started bringing in the more fans and stuff like that. So I just want to say it's crazy how like fans really do matter a lot to the game. It's like it's almost its heartbeat, if you will. Where it's if like you have a whole body, right? That's like the sport, the players and all front office and brands and stuff. But you need a heartbeat, the heartbeat, which I think is the fans. So I just want to thank every fan, for loving your team. Even as bad as they are, as hence my Spurs, go Spurs, go forever. I'm always gonna support them, and if you support the team that's not doing so good, continue supporting them because one day they'll be good. As Seabass, our friend and our dear colleague, he finally
He's
has
tuning
like a
in
number
somewhere.
one pick for the Jaguars. The Jaguars, dude. If the Jaguars, come on, Jaguars. You have a chance. There's a chance. Crack baby, what's up, bro? Talk to me. How have you been?
Hey, Danny, man. I've been pretty good. I've been working hard these last few days at this new job and catching sports whenever I get a chance. Every once in a while, I'll hit up a bar. But yeah, no, I'm excited to talk with you guys what we have going on so far in the series for NBA. It's not my thing normally, but I'm learning a lot about these characters through you guys. So yeah, let's get this thing started. I'm doing really good, by the way.
Nice. Any have you been practicing any skateboard so far?
There's actually I come in contact with like a penny board recently.
Oh, what is that?
It's a different type of skateboard from the past, and we're gonna tune it. It's an old one. We're gonna tune it up and make it up to functionality level here soon.
Nice. There you
We got a
go.
little project on our hands.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a couple of skateboard fans here and there. Love to hear how that works out. Mr. Superfat Arts. Now, real quick, in this case, I just want to give a quick shout out to the three of us. So we are what we called back in the day, friends for a while. OTC, original tuba crew. We all played together. But right now we actually do have everyone in house. So actually, there we go. There we go. Crack if he knows what's up. Shout out to United High School, Laredo. What? Yeah. Jew United High School. Not North, but Jew. Jew United High School. Anyways, so just yeah, so everyone's actually in house in studio. So we're actually all here in San Antonio. Usually, Superfan R visit us or Skypes with us or Zooms with us rather through from Laredo, but he actually is in house. So I'll pop in into his screen or whatever. Just to let you guys know it's for real. How you doing, man? Like, I know I haven't seen you. I know you haven't seen Craig Ivy in a while. So how's it going?
Well, it's great to be here in studio. You hear me right? My vocals are okay.
Yeah, perfect. You're
I'm
good.
I'm on this beautiful mic I was provided with headset. It's legit. I'm glad to be here with you guys in person in the studio. I mean, the weather was pretty shitty throughout the day, and the clouds cleared away, and the roads dried up. I was like, I got to be there for my boys. I got to be in studio.
Yeah.
So it's great to see all after so many months of just being all virtual meetings. Evan, I hadn't seen him since before he left to Vegas once upon a time. Uh, Danny, as always, miss you, buddy. So it's great to be here with you guys in person. We're gonna have a great show. Uh, we're gonna talk a lot about sports. I mean, sadly, we don't have the rest of the crew with us here. Uh, yeah, maybe we'll get them next week. But the point is, we're all three here in person, and we're gonna have a good show.
Nice, exactly. So we'll go right into our first game, which should be. I guess we'll start with the West. So the West is already pretty. I mean, everything is pretty much set. We'll talk Jazz. Jazz Grizzlies. They did win already. I don't know. Just like your quick thoughts on that, super fan. Art. Talk to me.
Yeah, we were watching pretty much. Uh, once let's see, once pretty much after game two, it just seemed like the Jazz had it more in more in the bag, I guess, with Mitchell back in the lineup, and it's just there needs to be more of a veteran presence with the Grizzlies. Like they're just a few years removed from like being actual Western Conference contenders with John Morant leading the way. That guy's superstar pretty much for the next decade. By his jersey, by the way. And so, yeah, they got pretty much cleaned out. They're pretty much done for the summer. They're gone fishing, as they say. But they have, they went out pretty well with some quality wins. There's other teams that barely even got one win. So they didn't get embarrassed. It's just there are a few pieces behind in the chess match with the Jazz.
No, yeah.
It's cool.
I agree. I think that the Grizzlies did make it competitive for a while. I mean, you see John Morant, Brooks. They're the future. But the future's not here yet. I think that they have a very young squad. Honestly, I'm usually, I'm a hater. I'm not gonna lie when it comes to Spurs stuff. But what's his face? Slow mo. Kyle Anderson. He's doing a really good job. In the Grizzlies, and I'm rooting for him. He's a Spur. Bred. He's has a character. He has IQ and everything. Kind of sad that he had to leave. He was just. He just wasn't. He's getting that role. There's a more younger players, stuff like that. Anyways, but stuff like that where I think the Grizzlies can be competitive, especially like I said with John Morant and Brooks if they continue doing what they do. Um,
It's a good foundation.
It's a good foundation, yeah. So we'll see what happens there. Any thoughts, Crack AV?
Uh, Not too many. Haven't seen much of the games.
That's okay.
Now the other one, the next game that we'll talk about is very, very interesting. It is the one that essentially is getting like the most notoriousness, which is the Suns Lakers game. So the Suns are up 3-2. They do actually play tonight. I believe they're actually playing right now as we speak. Yeah, I know. Um, so just your assessment, super fan art. I mean, you know, they're playing what in Arizona, right? You're gonna
Yeah, I believe they started the first
in
two in
Phoenix.
Phoenix, then the next 3 and 4 in LA, and now they're back in Arizona.
Yeah. So um yeah, I think the series is done. I just don't think they're winning. I haven't even since the starters. I haven't seen anything for the game, so I'm not even making a prediction based on what I know right now. Just on what maybe like an hour, a couple hours before that right now. But that's what I think. What do you think?
Well, they played on Monday. No, wait. One day they played Tuesday. They had the late evening game Tuesday. I don't think Anthony Davis even suited up for that game. So pretty much it was like not even a contest after like the first quarter. They just ran with it. Final score Suns were 115-85. Uh, they were just totally depleted. You could tell like the way LeBron's body movement was. He was frustrated and he couldn't believe they dropped such an easy pivotal game. Now they're on the brink of elimination. And they, like I said, this is the first time LeBron might even go packing in the first round. Never in his career had he left so quickly in the playoffs. Uh, see, Devin Booker had a solid 30 points. LeBron, he had 24, but it's like
I mean, it was one of those like kind of silent 24s or whatever, where it's just like, I mean,
it needed a lot more.
yeah, it's just
He was the only one with uh, the starters that had double figures.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I think this game, dude, like you really saw where um LeBron, like I said, really is getting tapped by Father Time, where you used to be able to will, you know, teams, to the finals and stuff like that. Now it's just like, dude, there's just too much talent. Like there's just too much talent, dude. Like too much talent spread around, too much
Mm-hmm.
talent all over the place. Like I mean, it's just the way it is. And like AD, if AD was honestly, if AD was like reliable, you know, I mean even, dude, because they need a third person. Like that's what's going on right now. The Lakers need a third person. They need a third star, um, to essentially, I mean, at some point, uh, I guess we're supposed to think that AD is supposed to ascend to being number one, LeBron number two, and get a good number three.
I mean, they did bring Schroeder and they brought in Drummond.
Yeah, but dude, like, I mean, Drummond, he's out. I mean, he has a year left. He's gonna be out. Like, he just doesn't want anything to do with that. And Schroeder's already talking about his contract. Like, they're out. Like, they don't care. That like they just don't want to come back. Um, dude, I can see him go after the Spurs. Um,
DeRozan?
DeRozan. Why not? I mean, he
Ooh,
can
they're
get
gonna
you
offer him a
20,
lot of money.
25.
Solid bench points.
I mean, we can see. We can. I mean, he doesn't have to technically sign with us anymore, right? But it'd be nice if he signed and trade. That'd be badass. Like, hey, ¿qué onda, güey? Tirando la esquina. Like, what's up? Like we helped you out. What's up with the Lakers? Have some picks or what? What do they have? But I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how that works. I was never really good at that. But yeah, should be pretty. That's very, very interesting. Now, the next one we'll talk Mavs Clippers. Dude, what's going on with Kawhi and the Clippers?
Evan put a dolphin noise. There you go. Before we move on to the Clippers, Danny fix my mic.
Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. Please, on standby.
No feedback, no feed. Perfect. You hear me, Evan?
Yes, I can.
Bitchin'. We got comments out there. Someone is like, "What are we sipping on?" Pretty much, that's what we should start out with.
Oh, yeah. Forgot.
Round table. Evan, what are you sipping
I
on?
was all excited to talk. All right. So I'm sipping on some beer.
Well, what kind of beer?
What is it? Modelo.
Modelo Especial.
Modelo Especial.
Modelo Especial.
Nice. I'm sipping on Pepsi, but I got my Modelo here. Yeah, I'll drink that shortly.
Nice. Cheers. So, just want to give a cheers to, what is it? And all the super fans in the world. All right, ready, guys? 1, 2, 3. Cheers. Cheers. Salud. Good shit. All right, let's do Mavs Clippers. Dude, I don't know, like as a Spurs fan, you know, like you just don't like other Texas teams. Like you just don't, right? Like naturally. Like the Rockets are just your rivals. It's just the way it is. Like it's always been like that. That's just the way it is.
Speak another language.
But the Mavs, they've been kind of like, like the cousin you kind of beat sometimes. You're like, I mean, you're all right, dude. I mean, Dirk was cool. I mean, he wasn't a dick or anything, and so, you know, he was actually super nice. They just feel like they've never been like true. I mean, I guess they've been contenders, but not like they've never been really real dangerous. I don't know. I'm not trying to diss any Mavs fans, but I mean now, that's in the past, right? Because now y'all mofos have Luka, like Luka's what's up. You know, right now he is completely torching the Clippers, and that's because they have Kawhi y Paul George, que they're like premier perimeter defenders or whatever, you know, like the best of the best. Well, no, dude, he, you know, dropped 42 on you. Like, goddamn. I think the Mavs, I don't know if the Mavs will be put away. Will put away, and I think it will be Game 7. But I think the Mavs can take Game 7. We'll see how that goes. What do you think, Art?
Well, it was a very entertaining game. It was yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. It seemed like it was like they were throwing punches. It was like a prize fight. Um, besides Luca, it was Tim Hardaway Jr., who was the other starter with double figures. He did come in clutch at a time when it seemed like the Clippers were on a run in the fourth, and he had two pivotal 3-pointers made to kind of help, like as a catalyst to start like pulling away. And it did come to the final like half minute where it seemed like they were up by like just 1 point. Clippers got the ball, and I don't know who, somebody missed should have done a layup, missed it. And then later on, it led to like Kawhi shooting a desperation 3, which they had plenty of time. He didn't have to shoot at all.
Dude, did you see Rondo's face? I'm pretty sure it's a meme now.
It is a meme,
bro. That was like, I was like, what did you do? Like, seriously, like, dude, that was some scary face. That was a scary face. I don't know. I think that the Clippers, they play very uninspiring and very deflated. It just I just couldn't see a rhythm to them. I mean, Kawhi had like 16 or something like that in the third quarter. I don't know. I mean, don't quote me on that, but it was just like super low. I mean, what are you guys doing? Like, I mean, you're supposed to take over. You guys are about to get eliminated. If you lose this game, like you're on the verge of, and you're at home. Like, dude, you're at home, and they lost. So it's crazy how like the home team hasn't won.
Yeah, they made mention that each one has lost it in their own home.
Yeah, so they've only won like right now they're going back to but Dallas, right? Yeah, they're going back to Dallas. I think they play tomorrow. No,
I believe so.
yes, tomorrow if not on Saturday or Game 7 Saturday. I think they will go to Game 7. But what do you think? Do you think they'll take it tomorrow?
I think so. I think Mark Cuban, he's gonna like do his best pep talk and everything. Carlisle, he's like one of the better coaches currently active still. Uh, I think they're just gonna be like, hey, like, there's no way we need to go back and like try to beat this in 7. We could do it now in our own home court.
Yeah.
I mean, they found a way because obviously all the starters for the Clippers were in double figures and they still lost. So they were able to find out a formula that worked to their advantage. I think somebody said like, uh, make get get the ball out of like I don't get it out of Kawhi. Get it. They could live with Paul George shooting threes
Oh yeah,
rather than
let someone kill you and then let everyone like defend everyone else.
yeah. And Boban, no, I mean he had some solid minutes in the paint. At the very least, he was making his presence known and kind of scaring Kawhi to like pass the ball a little bit or second guess his shots.
And honestly, that they didn't really have an answer for him if you think about it. Like he was bullying a lot of people in the paint. Um, the Clippers aren't very big either. They have what? They have what? Dwight Howard? Is it Dwight Howard?
He's with the Philly.
Oh yeah. Who's they? Hold on. Who's that? Who's roster?
Reggie Jackson.
Man.
The Clippers don't have any center.
Yeah, because I don't think they have any center. I think they're like one of the.
Nicholas Batum.
Batum is
Oh,
the power.
Batum. Ibaka.
No, Zubac off the
Zubac.
bench. He's the center.
He's a center. Zubac. But Zubac, I mean, I guess he's a little bit more skilled. I don't know. I think the Lakers or other Lakers. The Clippers, the LA Clippers are done. I think they'll take them, and then this next game as well. What do you think, Crack AV? What are your 2 cents?
It's a 3-2 series going for the Dallas Mavericks right now. I really do think the Mavericks can take it.
Yeah, me too.
I always see this though. I mean, I always see the Clippers go out in like the first round whenever I pay attention to the playoffs every now and then.
Yeah.
So they'd be kind of following in their steps.
Damn. Yeah, history. Sometimes it just. I mean, that's the best teacher, history, right? And also,
I think they'll take it. Yes, Dallas Mavericks.
I think they'll finish tomorrow. Not a game 7. They'll finish
do you
tomorrow.
think it finish tomorrow or Game 7?
Tomorrow.
Oh, Crack AV.
Tomorrow as well.
Nice. Yeah, me too. I think they're done. I think Luka just kind of cleans up, and they just take it home. Wait for the who? For the Suns?
I mean, if that Doncic guy goes off again,
yeah,
and those other
Luka.
guys show up. Oh my goodness, it's over.
Dude,
It sounded like you were gonna say Donkey Kong guy.
don't. What's it called?
Luka Doncic.
Doncic.
There you go. That's why we got our announcer. All right, so going into Nuggets Blazers. That was actually a pretty interesting game. The Nuggets did win. They did manage to pull it off, but man,
Now, when you say they won, that was 2 days ago.
that was 2 days ago. Yeah,
Because they're currently playing right now.
yeah, they're currently playing right now. We're not paying attention to what's going on right now. They might have already won, lost, or anything, so we do not know. We're not paying attention. I know Crack AV is checking right now, so that's.
I'm paying attention. I just can't say on air.
Okay. Well, I am doing a lot of things, so I won't be able to. But But anyways, as of right now, we'll probably we might do a weekend one just so we can kind of, get our thoughts in on the first round, if they finish early enough. But just for you, Art, I mean, do you think it's over? I mean, um, Nuggets, Blazers. I mean, I guess you're already checking. Just like,
Well, let's talk about the last game because that was pretty crazy.
uh, I,
Uh,
yeah, go for it.
Oh my goodness.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm looking at the
it's like,
points.
dude, Dame time. Honestly, like, I know for me, they talk about the goat and everything like that, right? It's always for me, it's always MJ. I don't need. I think LeBron isn't even nearby, in the neighborhood or whatever. I still have like Kobe and Duncan like still ahead of him, by far in terms of like more players, but in terms for like people that I like particularly. But
yeah.
specifically for me, it's clutch. So I had a little monologue back when we first started. It was about the goat. Like, what does goat mean to me? So at the end of the whole monologue, I end up just saying, in one sentence, describing what the goat means to me. So for me, the goat means the most qualified motherfucker to win. Like, the most qualified person, and like most qualified soul to be able to win, that is the GOAT. So in this case, MJ, like very clutch. Kobe, very, very clutch. Um Dame, he is getting up there now. I mean, he hasn't won the championship. He hasn't. He's not probably. I'm not gonna lie. He's probably not gonna win a championship in Portland. He's just not. Like, let's just say how it is. But the thing is, like, he's what's one of the. They're saying it's actually a very good comparison. They're calling him the new AI. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh damn, that actually kind of makes sense. Like Allen Iverson, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
can see him. I mean, I think he did actually take them right to the conference finals. What was that, like a couple years ago or last year, something like that?
Lillard.
Yeah, Lillard. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Lillard. Um, so he's like one of those, but I think he's just, I don't know, he's just go to the Spurs.
Uh, he does need that Coach Pop learning.
Imagine, dude. Imagine he wins. It's a almost ring. I mean, not, but we have too many guards. It doesn't really fit, and it's kind of weird. But maybe if we
Dang.
got the Joker, we would probably win. But that's completely different. Um, so I think that the Nuggets do take it. I don't know. No, you know what? No, I think the Blazers do push it to round seven, to game seven. I think Dame. Arturo, don't give me a poker face. You know what? I'm gonna shut you off. You know what?
Well, I wanted to talk about the double overtime
Oh
game.
yeah, yeah. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Yeah.
Like I was saying, it's uh, get some feedback.
Uh,
Better. All right. Like I was saying, it went into a double overtime thriller. Lillard had like probably the game of his life. They still lost. He had 55 points. He had 10 assists and 6 rebounds. Like, it's not every day you see a guy get that on fire. I mean, yeah, granted, the defense in the NBA is not what it used to be like in the 90s. And it's pretty much a shooter's league now. But that guy was just next level. He was just feeling it. He had, like, if it wasn't for like 1 or 2 plays, it would have definitely been the Blazers to win. I think a very, unfortunately, it was McCollum who stepped out of bounds and turned it over like in the last minute, I think, and that pretty much led to the Nuggets winning. Uh, so yeah, I don't think. Um, I agree with you that if Lillard stays with the Blazers, they probably ain't gonna win the championship unless they get some good luck in trading or something. But at the moment, like, he might very well be like in that pantheon of greatest players to never win a championship. and that'd be pretty sad. What do you? It's seeing with the Spurs. Fuck yeah, maybe a guaranteed ring. I don't know, but it wouldn't hurt to have a Lillard.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt at all. Damn.
He would be a leader.
I mean, and like he'd be like a Super Saiyan. Uh, um, was it I don't even know. Cause like the Spurs, you know how they are, like they spread the ball around a lot. So he probably have like 15 assists a game, like the way he plays or whatever. No, but he's like I don't know. I think he would. I think it'd be really interesting. But again, that's neither here nor there. So we'll see how the Nuggets and the Blazers just kind of play out. In this case, we'll go directly into the East. Now, the East is pretty much set already, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Superfan. Or
Yes, the stage is set for the second round already.
yeah, so they are already good.
Bucks versus the Nets.
Oh wait, hold on. We'll just do the actual games. So right now, the 76ers did beat the Wizards 4-1. Just kind of analyzing going into that. The supporting cast is really like the one that's picking up the pace, for the 76ers right now. Yeah, so, it's just one of those things where, Ben Simmons, bro, like, and it's true, like what people are saying, like, I understand if you can't do one thing, because this guy can defend, this guy can drive it, this guy can assist, this guy can do everything, has the vision, has everything, but he can't shoot. Like, Evan, dude, honestly, Crack AV, you can shoot better than Ben Simmons. You can shoot better.
Like, at least the free throws.
It's crazy. Like,
He needs to work on his playing.
he and the thing is, like, he doesn't even like attempt it. Like, dude, just attempt it. Like, you're a professional basketball player, bro. Shoot the ball. Like, but it's just one of those things where he's doing pretty good. Obviously he's almost doubling. He has actually averaging almost a triple double with 15 points or 14 points. But the supporting cast, like I said, it's really picking up the pace. You have Tobias Harris, having 25 points per game in the series, 10 rebounds. I mean, that's a double-double. That's a good double-double. 25 plus double-double. Seth Curry, he's averaging, 15 points per game. I think he has like at least 3-pointers made in every game in the series. Like, that's big, dude. Like,
he's living up to that Curry name.
Yeah, seriously, and he can really light it up. Where like shooting team like that with with Embiid already maybe getting a little bit more healthier. Even though apparently there's like a tear in the meniscus. I don't know what.
Yeah,
what the hell
he didn't
that's
even play
about.
that last game.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that's about. So that's another topic that we'll probably talk about on Tuesday, because no one really knows about anything about that right now. I'm sure they do. They just haven't said anything. But anyways, but that's when and even Danny Green, he's almost averaging 10 points, making like 3-pointers per game as well. So like, damn, like that's a pretty good team. It's a team full of shooters. Ben Simmons doesn't really need to shoot the ball, right? But if you would, dude, imagine, dude. Talk to me, Art. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Simmons is kind of right now their Achilles heel. He's questionable at best when it comes to like shooting in the perimeter, and mainly the free throws are a big red flag for him, being as the face of the franchise. But people are hacking you as a means of trying to get back in the game. That's not a very good look. But at the moment, they're firing on they were firing on all cylinders. But even without Embiid and questionable Simmons, they all were able to close out the series. Like you said, Danny Green, the guy's been like passed around the league from Toronto to LA, and I mean he could have good or bad nights, but for some reason he's a good luck charm wherever he goes. So it doesn't matter what his production is. And Curry, he got his start the past game. He had 30 points. Everyone was pretty much sleeping on him. He was the lesser Curry brother, and he's proven himself like it ain't the case. Like he's just, making a good his own name for himself. Uh, like you said, Harris. You know, he as a power forward, he is making his presence known. I mean, he had to because Embiid, you know, he had to take the load off from him because he was out for the game. So they do got a decent squad heading on to the second round. Sadly, the Wizards, it wasn't their year. Uh, Westbrook and Beal combined, it just it wasn't enough firepower. I think the other guy on the starter was Hachimura. I think there was a sick play where somebody like broke his ankles.
Oh dang! Oh no, the Wizards.
It was a Sixers play. I don't know who was driving in, and Hachimura fell for it, and he just like totally like looked like a fool. That's what they call ankle breaker.
Damn.
Nice, dang. Yeah, we would put the highlight, but we can't because whatever. Look it up on YouTube, guys.
He needs some milk.
Dang. So I mean, I think it's gonna be interesting. They play who? Who are they playing next?
The Hawks.
Nice. That should actually be a very good game.
76ers Hawks.
We'll go into just the very next series here. The Nets for not to continue recording. That's fine. The Nets 4-1. Celtics, they did beat them. It's right now the only thing I can talk about that is, it's a very high octane offense. I expect them to, blow everyone off or blow everyone out, and off. Honestly, until they reach the finals. The Bucks is gonna be. I mean, they play the Bucks. Next. That's the finals. Like that's the Eastern Conference Finals. I hope people realize that. Because everyone else, it's just kind of just whatever. The 76ers, they're just not that team, and the Bucks are playing like that team right now. The Nets are just the Nets, they just have change of talent or whatever, but the Bucks are playing like that team right now. Especially with Middleton, like just balling, just balling. Drew Holiday as well. We'll talk about that game in a bit, but right now, just for Celtics, Nets Celtics, it's just right now it's a high octane offense. We'll see how far they go into the playoffs, just because it very not a lot of defense. But we'll go from there. What do you think, Art?
Celtics. They were able to get eliminated on Tuesday. Like I said, it was just too much offense on the Nets side, and I mean Tatum, he couldn't do everything. We actually had a good roundtable discussion about Brad Stevens' future, and then the very next day, Danny Ainge was stepped down from GM or no president of operations.
Yeah.
And Brad Stevens gets propelled up. It causes a little bit of a controversy because everyone's like, he was on the hot seat as a coach. Why are you going to promote his ass? So that was pretty funny. People's reactions about that.
It's like we literally talked about it on the show. I'm like, oh, I think actually we posted it also when they first announced it or whatever.
Yeah, I think you did. And so it's we'll see who the next coach is, what direction they'll go with.
I heard, and they're throwing rumors. They were throwing rumors about Becky Harmon, dude.
Yeah, I heard that one too.
Dang, imagine. They pay her too. They pay her chinga's money. Like, cause the Celtics now, like, they're all about like being corporate and stuff like that. Basketball corporate and whatever. That's probably why they kept Brad Stevens, cause he probably wasn't a good coach, but like he's probably good at other stuff. I don't know. Quién sabe. Anyways, we'll go right into, I guess, Bucks Heat. We already talked about this. That's been kind of eliminated. It's been a kind of a sweat for a while. But again, just the Bucks, just on that. They do play the Nets. I do expect Giannis to be good, because he's Giannis. I'm just looking out for Drew Holiday and Middleton. To have enough consistent impact, because it's good if they have impact. It's just they have to have consistent impact in the series to really um, win out. I definitely see that going to Game 7, minimum Game 6, um, unless the Nets just completely blow them out. I mean, if they blow them out, I can see a sweep. Just like that. All right, so just moving right into the next one, the Knicks Hawks. So, actually, it says 3. So the Hawks did eliminate the Knicks. Now, it's been what 13 years since the Knicks, something like that, since the Knicks made the playoffs. Um, yeah, I know, and it's they did win their first playoff game. They were the city was excited. They had a good season. I still think they had a good season. I still think that they were able to capitalize on their talent right now. Stephen A was actually talking on. I'm not. I guess I'm stealing his or information, or not information, but rather his commentary, just commentating on that.
Some guy said something.
Something whatever, right? And it's true, like he because talking about the first, second, third option or whatever, how we're talking about that with the Lakers. You need something like that with with the Knicks. Julius Randle, I don't think he's a number one. I think he might be a pretty good 2, a very good 3, but I think he's a pretty good 2. And I think they might just need like a number 1, like a really really good player. RJ Barrett, which is was their top pick, he hasn't really lived out to what he's supposed to be. Um, but we'll see what happens with him specifically, in terms of if he can make a jump. What do you think, Superfan Art? I know I saw all these games. I was actually cheering for the Knicks. I'm not gonna lie, but dude, just on the other side, Trey Young, he's true gritty and he's a hard competitor. He is what's up. It's a bright future for him as well, and for the Hawks, the team itself. Talk to me, Art. Just kind of about the series.
Yeah, I think they might have gotten a little bit of complacency. They were riding high off of the end of the season, looking at one of the hottest teams from the East. And then lo and behold, you know, they ran into Trey Young and company. Uh, Trey Young, that's another guy, like, he was just like on fire this whole series. He had to step it up, and he was able to show up on the biggest stage in basketball, Madison Square Garden, for multiple games. Uh, Julius Randle, he just disappeared for some reason. Mr. Most Improved Player of the Year was a totally different guy this series. I don't know, maybe it was stage fright. Uh, they can be proud of themselves and hold their heads high with how they were able to have a great season and make it into the playoffs. Uh, D Rose was happy to see, everyone's happy to see his redemption story. Thibodeau and Taj Gibson as well. Uh, so yeah, I really do. I was rooting for them, and I'll still root for them even next season. Uh, I guess you know I don't like the Nets, so go with the other good team in New York. Uh, so the Atlanta, they were just too strong, man. It pretty much after they lost game 2, they pretty much were unstoppable after that. And Troy Young had a signature bow at the end of the game to say goodbye to the Madison Square Garden fans, like a true New York performer. And so it should be exciting to see if the Hawks can sustain that momentum with Philly when they face off against Philly.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things where um I'm I'm a big small market guy. You guys know how I feel about all that. But I do know that if basketball is good in New York, it's good for the NBA. Where you just kind of gotta realize like stuff like that. You know, um, So hopefully it works out for them, and they continue kind of building on their season today, or this year for next year, and just to kind of for them moving forward to get a life lesson, and good luck to the Hawks. I mean I still, I mean, I think I have a puncher's chance. It might not be really good, but it's still a puncher's chance. Um, so I might as well take advantage of that. Now, real quick, we're gonna just do real quick a big passing of the torch. It's not gonna be long. Just like kind of wanna talk about LeBron James in the NBA. Um, yeah, so LeBron, he is playing Game 6 as we speak. He might be about to be eliminated.
Oh
Um,
no!
in this case, just like um, who is the next, you know, the next phase of the NBA.
You mean who's going to replace LeBron?
So it's gonna pass along the torch. So
Carmelo
I
Anthony.
kind of drew a couple of names in here. Or kind of
Curry.
just I kind of brainstorm a couple of things. It's just like I want to get you guys ideas on that. Obviously you have your KDs. Kevin Durant, he is still young. He is still really good. He is coming back from a injury, of course, right? But he does have like two of the best. I mean, top at least top 10 players, in the league, with him. Um, I can see him just take the mantle. Where I mean, he kind of already has, if you think about it. But I still think that I still trust a more LeBron James team led team than a KD led team. You do have Giannis, right? He has been the MVP two a couple times. Um, I think that in order for him to take it to the next level, he has to learn how to shoot. Again, Ben Simmons, it's just one of those things. Like in the modern NBA, you just need to know how to shoot the ball. I mean,
And you be like Steph Curry.
yeah, I mean, yeah, not exactly, but kind of. That's just how he changed the game. He did. That's how he changed the game. And you gotta, stick with it. The other one, and I think would be a little bit more, would be more in the future, but I can see that happening. Would be Luka Doncic. He is kind of like the new bred hybrid type of player where like he can still kind of post, he can use his body, he's a little wide or whatever. But he's still savvy enough to kind of get in the paint and score, or just, I mean, shoot threes. I mean, this guy like made like, I think he made like 4 or 5 of them. I mean, dude, he's just on fire. What do you think, Art?
Luca as the, I guess once LeBron retires, right? You're saying who's going to take up his
Correct, correct.
mantle as top
Now,
face?
be very, very, very clear in mind, team or crew and chat, that I did
Super
not
fans.
say AD. I did not say um, was it
Bro.
LeBron? Yeah. I just don't trust him. I just don't. Anthony Davis, sorry, bro. Like, you just get hurt a lot, and I just don't think you can be the face of the NBA. You've had your chances forever. I think he'll be famous as a Laker, but I just don't think he can be the mantle. Just so you guys know. Go for it.
Right. I'd go with Curry right now because he seems to be like a leader. He's been proven years already that he's one of the top scorers in the league. He's got a couple of rings already. Uh, if you're comparing to like LeBron, like his presence off the court, like you see him in a lot of social media posts, the commercials. Like he'll stand for good causes, so he's good on and off the court.
Mm-hmm.
Luca, he's steadily becoming like represents international wise. He's more recognized around the world, I guess, because he was pretty popular in Europe for so many years,
Mm-hmm.
and now with the success he's having with Dallas, he's definitely raised his stock. I mean, there was like a Luca rookie card that went for like I don't know how many thousands of bucks. So like his star is on the fast track. So he's a good ambassador for the game. Uh, so maybe in a few years' time, he'll be like the main guy who's like always going to the All Star game every year, always taking his team like deep in the playoffs. He's well known off the court as well. Uh, Maybe he'll be a philanthropist. I don't know what causes he'll support. Uh,
We won't go into that detail,
but
but yeah.
but yeah, Kevin Durant, I can't see him
Oh,
as a
okay.
leader. I can. There needs to be some leadership quality,
Yeah, that is
not just
true.
not just being a great player.
Yeah, that is true. And I mean,
That's what LeBron has. He's a good commander.
I was gonna say, Crack AB, what do you think? Do you see anyone
Yeah.
right now?
I do look at Steph Curry as a future and the passer of the torch.
Oh, okay. I can see that. I can
I do,
definitely see that.
because I'm not going to say it's a shooting league, but the way he does his shooting, the way you can't get big bodies crash in there and just make all the points and be a great commander like LeBron James, and then he's on his way out. There's no one like him. Like it's definitely turning towards look towards where Steph Curry's going to say and do, because he's a very smart man now, and he can shoot.
I was gonna say, yeah, he can shoot. That dude can shoot. Nice. We'll definitely get like more opinions. Definitely chat. Let us know. Comment. Send us a message. What you guys think. Who might be essentially the next face of the NBA? Bond's about to get eliminated. Me, I'm counting my chickens before they hatch, right, and take a game 7. But even if they win the series, I don't really see them going far. There's just too many injuries and too many holes. But we'll see what's up. We'll see what happens. Right now,
and his son is on the rise too. In a couple of years,
Yeah.
he's gonna probably be in the NBA.
that's what I was like. One of my actually my roommate was saying that he's like, imagine he's just waiting for his son to get to the NBA so he can finally retire. I'm like, oh dude, imagine.
Stuffing.
So you can get picked up by the NBA or the Lakers. All right, guys. So we're gonna go right into our diamond. Our news in the diamond.
Nice.
And we'll talk about MLB standing. Go ahead, Mr. Superfan R. That's all you, bro.
Awesome. Yeah, we're switching from basketball just for a few updates on how things are going around the diamond. Baseball talk. Just waiting for Danny to mute his mic.
Go for it.
Awesome. Okay, just a little reminder on some standings as of today. With the American League, some of the top teams currently right now is Tampa Bay number 1, with Chicago White Sox after them, followed by Boston, Oakland A's, Cleveland Indians, and our Houston Astros are sitting at the 6th spot with the American League. Not bad. I'll go into like how they've been doing of late. The National League wise, it's pretty much a big California fest with San Francisco Giants, San Diego Padres, and the Dodgers on the top 3 spots, followed by Chicago Cubs and the New York Mets. Now going into some Astros news. After some back-to-back wins in the past 2 days, Astros they lost their series finale to the Boston Red Sox in a score of 5-1. Thanks in large part to the Red Sox's own pitcher Martin Perez, who pitched 7 2/3 innings that were scoreless, kept the Astros hitters pretty much quiet. So let's see they could bounce back. Next up for the Stros, they got a 3-game series versus the Toronto Blue Jays, starting Friday, ending on Sunday. So if you're not watching basketball, maybe tune into that for the Stros fans. On the other Texas team, we got the Rangers. They suffered a tough 11-6 loss to the Colorado Rockies, providing them their 15th straight road loss, which I think is like a little bit of a record for them. The Rockies pitcher Austin Gomber, he managed to pitch 6 shutout innings. So obviously some offense was not going well for the Rangers. I think they're pretty low in their current standings. And things don't get any easier for them. The upcoming series for this upcoming month, They're going to face some of the powerhouse teams in the league with the Rays, the Giants, and the Dodgers, all back-to-back series for these next few weeks. So I'm not saying there's no hope, but that's a very large tasking to even get a few wins with those big dogs. So yeah, that's my update on how things are going in the league right now. I think the boys of summer, we're almost headed to the All-Star break, and hopefully we get Coach Tosco to kind of help help give us some gradings how midseason ends. So yeah, that's all I got to say on some baseball news.
Stay tuned for that, y'all.
Nice, nice, nice. So yeah, so I know that we are going into the summer, like right in the middle of the summer. There's gonna be a lot of interesting things going on. The Olympics is it this year? Olympics this year or next year?
If the Olympics do begin, it'll be like sometime in late June.
Oh, okay. So we'll keep a lookout for that as well. Just like just I know the summer gets a little hectic, if you will. But we'll definitely keep in touch. We'll start trying to hit every sport and try to see if we can definitely talk a little bit more about y'all's favorites. So definitely a big thing. Also, chat, message us, comment us, share with us. Um, things that you want to talk about. Your favorite teams. Like, oh, I want to talk about this team. How comes you guys don't talk about that? Well, let us know. We'll get you on the show. Or you don't need to be on the show. Just let us know. Hey, I want you guys to talk about this team. This player or whatever. And we got you. It's all bar talk. We'll do a research and stuff like that. I would definitely welcome our comments and requests to do that. But
Nice. Hold on. You kind of gave me a segue here. You say talk about teams we want to talk about.
yeah,
Okay. I just kind of a segueing from the Major League Baseball. We're going to the collegiate men's baseball, which the Men's College World Series is going to kick off for this weekend. And my third-ranked Texas Longhorns are going to play against Southern University Jaguars tomorrow at 1 in the afternoon. Can be viewed on the Longhorn Network. So that's where I got my background all Austin up. So hook 'em horns. Nice, Evan. Yeah. So College World Series kicks off this weekend.
So and then when on Saturday, what time?
No, they play tomorrow around 1 p.m.
Nice. Friday.
Friday, 1 p.m.
1 p.m. All right, guys. So check it out. So news on the diamond. So we do have College World Series. Check out Texas Longhorns Friday at 1 p.m. Oh God, of course we have our super fan art from YouTube. So I don't know. What are they playing?
When are they playing, or who are they playing?
No, where are they playing?
It is part of the Austin Regional, so I figured Austin, Texas.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So
Well, hopefully it doesn't get rained out.
yeah, I know because it's been a lot of rain, but so definitely check that out. Baseball fans and just sport fans alike. If you can't find anything to do while you guys wait for the NBA finals, in this case, you're just at home or you got off early from work, or even if you're just at lunch or whatever, you have a late lunch, tune in real quick and check that out. Definitely excited for that. I'm actually gonna check that out myself or keep up with it, at least on my phone.
Collegiate.
Yeah, so but yes, and of course we do have our super fans here. One of them is super fan Art, which he is a super fan of his alma mater, UT. So beautiful. Look at that. Look at that background. Look at that background. Beautiful. Bleeding orange. Bleeding orange. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and actually start wrapping it up. Just in this case, follow up. Oh, my bad. I'm trying to do multiple things here at once, guys. Sorry.
Lame.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
But yeah, thank you all our viewers out there. Send us some likes, subscribe, share our videos, and like Danny said, if you want live on-air comments, I mean, we're always checking them out and answer your questions at any time. So don't be shy now.
Yeah, so all right guys, so just wrapping it up for today. Keep on playing that song, Evan. That's a good outro.
I don't tell you to stop, Evan.
No. There you go. All right, guys, we're gonna cruise out for tonight. We're gonna cruise out tonight. All right, so you guys follow with me. All right. All right, guys. So that's it for this week's episode. Hope y'all can chill with us next time. Everyone follow us on our Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. And, make sure you guys chill out for the nights. Just want to give a thank you to our sponsors. Music provided by Studio 13th Day. Of course, you got Crack AV, our producer, ever loving. Got Superfan Art under me. And, of course, this is Danny BMD signing off, saying laters to all. Breaking home arts. Woo!
Thank you, Dan. The lesson of the day is Coach K plans to retire, and a lot of people are hating the new president for Boston Celtics. So not a good hire. So until next time, folks, be cool, stay safe, and keep on listening to Mezzo Forte Sportz. This is episode 35.
Ooh, dang, that's pretty good. Everyone cruise out with us. Let's cruise out with us. Put your drinks up. Put your drinks up. Put your drinks up. Follow us, guys. Check us out. Subscribe. Like. I love you forever. I'm about to stop recording. I'm about to stop recording and